You ever have one of those days where the world just decides to throw a curveball so wild it feels like you're living in a movie? That's what happened to me last summer in Willow Creek, my little slice of nowhere, where the biggest drama is usually who forgot to mow their lawn. I'm Nate, by the way, just a guy trying to fix up my grandpa's old cabin until a fake cop and a power-hungry HOA queen named Linda Voss turned my quiet afternoon into a showdown I'll never forget. It was a Tuesday, sun high, air thick with pine and sawdust, and I'm hunched over Grandpa's workbench, sanding a cedar plank for the cabin's new porch. That's when I hear a grinding screech like metal screaming for mercy. My hands freeze. I know that sound. Someone's cutting the lock on my front gate, the one Grandpa bolted down decades ago to keep his fishing gear safe. I creep to the window, heart already thumping, and there they are. Two guys in what look like police uniforms, working bolt cutters like they're cracking a safe. And behind them, Linda Voss, the HOA's self-crowned dictator, waving her arms like she's directing traffic at a parade. Linda's the kind of person who'd fine you for planting daisies instead of tulips, always clutching her clipboard like it's the Constitution. I'd seen her at HOA meetings barking about community standards while eyeballing my cabin like it personally offended her. Now she's on my property, her fake cop slicing through my lock like it's butter. And I'm standing there, jaw tight, feeling my blood boil. This isn't just trespassing, it's personal. Grandpa built this place with his hands, poured his heart into every nail, and Linda thinks she can just waltz in. No way. I grab my phone, remembering Grandpa's words, "Nate, you don't got to be the toughest guy out there, just the smartest. Always record everything." He was a retired land surveyor, paranoid as hell about folks messing with his property. And he'd wired this place with hidden cameras so sneaky you'd need a magnifying glass to spot them. I hit record. The lens is catching every move. Linda's strutting now, pointing at my cabin, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "Check for code violations, boys. Unpermitted structures, hazardous wiring, the works." Her fake cops nod, but I notice something off. Their badges say, Police Department. Police with an S. I almost laugh, but the rage keeps it down. These aren't cops, they're Halloween rejects from the dollar store. I'm no hero, but I'm not dumb either. 6 months back, Sheriff Daniels, Grandpa's buddy from way back, warned me about scams like this, folks posing as cops, shaking down old-timers or new folks for fake fines. He'd said, "Call me the second you see anything shady, Nate." And shady? This is a whole circus of shady. Linda's got a folder stuffed with papers, waving it like it's a court order, but I'm betting it's as fake as her cop's badges. My fingers itch to call Daniels, but I hold off. Grandpa didn't just teach me to record, he taught me to wait for the right moment. And I know something Linda doesn't, there's a surprise waiting for her inside that cabin, one she's about to walk right into. They barge in, Linda leading like she's storming a castle. Her goons, call them Tim and Greg, are trying to look tough, but Tim's got plastic handcuffs dangling from his belt, and Greg's badge is peeling like a cheap sticker. Linda's in her element, flipping through her folder, muttering about emergency inspections and HOA authority. I'm in the kitchen doorway, out of sight, recording every word. "This place is a safety hazard," she snaps, kicking a stack of Grandpa's old lumber. "We'll have it condemned by Friday." Tim nods, but then his phone buzzes, loud like a chainsaw in church. He fumbles, hits accept, and suddenly my face pops up on his screen. The idiot's FaceTiming me. Hello," I say, grinning from my hiding spot. Tim's eyes go wide like he's seen a ghost. "Turn that off, you," Linda hisses, but it's too late. I see a folder on his phone labeled Voss Jobs. Bingo. I screenshot it before he ends the call, his hands shaking like he's holding a live grenade. Linda's livid, whispering about sticking to the script, but I'm already texting Sheriff Daniels, "Got imposters at the cabin. Bring backup." Then Linda spots Grandpa's old safe tucked behind some planks. Her eyes light up like she's found gold. Open it, Nate, she demands, waving her folder. This is about tax evasion, undocumented assets. I cross my arms. You got a warrant, Linda? Her face twists, and she leans in, voice low. You don't want to mess with me, kid. I run this town. That's when I hear a car door slamming outside. My lips twitch. Showtime. Sheriff Daniels steps through the door, all 6 feet 2 inches of him, badge gleaming, voice calm but hard as steel. Afternoon, folks. Mind explaining why you're cutting locks and playing dress-up on private property? Linda's face lights up, thinking he's her backup. Sheriff, thank God. This man's violating every code in the book. Daniels doesn't blink. He holds up his badge next to Tim's fake one. Ma'am, why does this say, police, with an S? The room goes dead quiet. Tim looks like he's about to cry. Greg's staring at his shoes. Linda's mouth opens, then shuts like a fish gasping for air. Daniels pulls out a real warrant, signed that morning by Judge Carter. Impersonating an officer's a felony, Ms. Voss. 5 years minimum. He turns to me. Nate, open the safe. I dial the combo, Grandpa's old numbers, the ones he made me memorize, his wedding day, Grandma's birthday, the year he bought this land. The door swings open, and Linda takes a step back like the papers inside might bite her. Daniels pulls out a folder labeled Land Records, Originals. I see the color drain from Linda's face. See, Grandpa wasn't just a surveyor, he was the surveyor, the guy who mapped every inch of Willow Creek. These papers show Linda's fancy estate is sitting on 2 acres of public land, a park she's been charging the town rent for, pocketing $50,000 while blocking kids from playing there. But that's not all. There's another envelope, Operation Sting. Photos of Linda handing cash to city clerks, emails about fake deeds, bank records of her shell companies. Grandpa wasn't paranoid, he was a damn genius, working with Daniels for years to nail her. Linda's losing it now, scrambling for her phone, muttering about her connections. She dials her lawyer, but the call goes to voicemail. She tries again, voice cracking. What do you mean, suspended? Money laundering? Her hands shake as she switches to Facebook Live, ranting about police corruption and persecution. I can't help it, I laugh. She's so desperate she doesn't notice she's FaceTiming me again, my face popping up on her stream. Her followers are typing, wait, is that the guy you're accusing? Why is he in your video? The comments are brutal. Karen, this ain't it. You're cooked. Then the news van pulls up. Ellie Harper from Creek News steps out, camera crew in tow. I'd emailed her grandpa's files, and she's here to turn this into the scandal of the year. Linda's live stream is a disaster, her followers drop from 6,000 to 500 in minutes. The hashtag #NailKaren is trending locally. Daniels lays out the charges: fraud, conspiracy, impersonation. Turns out Linda's scam wasn't just local, it's tied to a money laundering ring stretching across states, cleaning cash for some very bad people. The FBI is involved now, and Linda's little HOA empire is crumbling. But the real gut punch comes when Daniels reads Grandpa's letter from the safe. Nate, he wrote, you don't need to be the loudest or the strongest, just ready. Linda thinks she's smarter than us, but bullies always trip over their own egos. Trust Daniels. Finish what we started. I choke up hearing his words, knowing he spent his last days setting this trap, fighting for justice even as his health failed. Linda's final move is pure comedy. She reaches into her purse, pulls out a pink Hello Kitty water gun, yes, a water gun, and points it at Daniels, screaming, back off. The thing makes a pew-pew sound when she pulls the trigger. I bite my lip to keep from laughing. Daniels, cool as ever, says, ma'am, put down the toy. Let's talk like adults. Linda looks at it, horrified, like she just realized she grabbed her kid's pool toy. Ellie's camera catches every second, and the internet eats it up. By the time Daniels cuffs Linda, Tim, and Greg, the cabin's a circus, news crews, neighbors, even the mayor showing up to distance himself from the mess. Linda is charged with 52 counts, fraud, theft, money laundering, you name it. Her trial's a spectacle, her own live stream used as evidence. Her fake cops spill everything for lighter sentences. She gets 12 years, her assets seized to repay victims. The FBI takes down 15 officials and developers, busting a network that laundered $5 million. Willow Creek turns Grandpa's cabin into a museum, a tribute to his fight against corruption. Ellie's series, Operation Sting, wins awards, and the town starts a yearly justice fair where folks learn to spot scams. Tim, believe it or not, shows up, reformed, teaching kids how to spot fake cops. And #Nail Karen. It's a movement now, people sharing stories of standing up to bullies everywhere. As I stand on the cabin porch, looking at the park we got back for the town, I think about Grandpa's letter. He was right. Quiet folks, the ones who watch, who wait, who record, are the ones who change things. Linda thought she could bully her way to power, but she underestimated a stubborn old man and his grandson. Justice isn't always fast, but when it hits, it's a freight train. So, what about you? Ever dealt with a Linda in your life? Someone who thinks they're above the rules? Drop a comment. Tell me your story. How do you handle the bullies, the fake authorities? Let's talk about what justice looks like when the little guy fights back. Hit that like button if you're with me, and subscribe for more stories about regular folks winning against the odds. Stay sharp, stay ready, and I'll see you in the next.